Kaya po,
Hindi, sir, sagutin niyo tanong ko, huwag tayong paikot-ikot. Kilo na nga ako, paikutin mo pa ako, di lalo ako.
I hope we do something about this, Mr. President. We will look into their performance next year, Mr. President, and I will be the first one to give them a 1 peso budget next year.
Mukhang mainit ang ulo ni Senador Cayetano ha. Buti na lang medyo kumalma po yung mga naghahanap sa paten kay ayuda mo. Ako. Eto, uminit po ang ulo ng mga senador dyan tungkol po sa budget hearing. Meron daw papiso budget. Malabong mangyari yan. Ito, panoorin po natin yung hearing po nila dyan sa Senado. Kung ano yung magiging resulta dyan. Dinaan na sa init ng ulo. Ito ang video.
That we consider the budget of Philippine Center for Post-Harvest Development and Mechanization. And we acknowledge the presence of its officials led by Director Junicio Alvindia. And move to recognize, Mr. President, the distinguished author, sponsor, of the filmic, no other than Senator Cynthia Villar. I so move, Mr. President.
Before we recognize Senator Cynthia Villar, I'd just like to put on record there are 15 senators down here in the in session as well as in the lounge. Just for the record, I'd like to thank each and every one at 1:19 in the morning. I'd like to thank everyone for their hard work. So we'd now like to recognize our distinguished colleague, Senator Cynthia Villar, to sponsor the budget of PhilMec.
Mr. President, I want to suspend the rules of this hearing, and I want PhilMec to answer the questions of the senator directly. Thank you very much.
May we know who would be asking? Who's the minority floor leader? Out of duty. Sponsor. Okay. We'd like to recognize the minority floor leader, Senator Coco Pimentel.
Na, sumagot siya dito.
I ask for a minute suspension, Mr.
Session
President.
suspended for a minute.
Yes, Mr. President, the distinguished sponsor, I think made the motion, if I'm not mistaken, to suspend the rules. We joined the motion of the distinguished sponsor of the measure that we suspend the Senate rules to allow the resource person. I think, if I'm not mistaken, distinguished sponsor, the director for PhilMec, Director Junicio Alvindia, to directly answer questions from the members of the Senate. I so move, Mr. President.
Is there an objection to the motion of the majority leader? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Mr. President, I will be the first one to ask question. May I be recognized, Mr. President?
The majority leader is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, Director Alvindia. You're the head of PhilMec, sir.
Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, Mr. President, let me state for the record that in the budget deliberation of your mother department, Department of Agriculture, sir, you were not around. May we know the reason why you were absent during that budget deliberation, sir?
Thank you, Mr. President. I was not around during the budget deliberation because I was part of the DA delegation to attend the Agritechnica in Germany. The purpose of which is to have to seek talking points for the purpose of the visit of the president by next year. And one of the reason of doing that is I enticed the European machine manufacturers to manufacture their machine in the country so that we will have a sustainable sources of machine, because I firmly believe that the machine should be manufactured in the country, not only rely on importation, Your Honor.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. But were you aware that at this time of the year, nagaganap ang ating budget deliberation?
I'm aware, Mr.
Yeah.
President.
So you think it's more important or equally important? But
I,
you managed to go abroad, to go to Germany instead of attending our budget deliberation. So you feel that it's more important. Am I correct?
I believe it was an equally important opportunity for PhilMec and for the Republic of the Philippines.
Okay, I will no longer belabor the issue. Mr. President, doon po sa ipinasa nating batas noong 2018, RA 11203 or an act liberalizing the importation, exportation, and trading of rice, lifting for the purpose the quantitative import restriction on rice. 5 billion po or 50% ng Rice Competitive Enhancement Fund ay nakalaan po para sa rice farm machineries and equipment. Ang mekanisasyon po ang inaasahan ng ating maliliit na magsasaka upang gumanda po yung ani nila at tumaas yung kanilang kita. Dagdag pa po sa 5 billion, Mr. President, meron pang additional 100 million para sa extension services na mapupunta rin sa PhilMec. Bukod pa po ito sa taunang budget ng ahensya. Is that a correct statement, Your Honor?
Yes, correct, Mr.
Thank
President.
you. Hindi po nagkulang ang Senado sa pangunguna ng ating Chairperson, Senator Cynthia Villar, sa pagbibigay ng pondo at suporta upang maging competitive ang ating pong domestic rice production. For this reason, we have been demanding that the implementing agencies, especially PhilMec, to step up its implementation of the law. Now, my first question, Mr. President, is can the distinguished Director Alvindia, give this institution an overview of the PhilMec's accomplishment this year compared to last year, Your Honor? Ilan pong porsyento yung na-disburse na ng PhilMec sa ngayong taon po?
Ngayong taon po, Mr. President, we obligated 5.8 billion, equivalent to 73.85%.
That's obligated, sir. Ang tinatanong ko po yung disbursement for
Yeah.
2023.
Yes, Mr. President, our disbursement is quite low, only 3.11%.
Ano po?
3.11% po.
3.11% ngayong taon ang disbursement po ninyo.
Opo.
So, busy-busy nga kayo. Maganda ho yung ginagawa ninyo. 3.11%. So, ano ang dahilan? Bakit 3.11% ang inyong performance? Nung isang taon po,
Ang disbursement nung isang taon, Mr. President, was 42.93%.
42
40 Sorry, 45.16%.
45.16% ang disbursement nyo po last year.
Opo.
So from 45.16%, ngayon 3.11% po. Katanggap-tanggap po ba yung 3.11%, Your Honor?
Mr. President, we're still working on the payment of...
Tanggap-tanggap po yon, sir. Kung kayo ho yung nasa posisyon ho namin na laging tinutuligsa, laging pinagrereklamuhan, kami po sa Bulacan, marami ho kaming farmers doon, laging lumalapit sa opisina, nagtatanong, nasaan yung pondo? Bakit di magamit yung pondo? Akala ko ba tama yung ginagawa nyo? Eh, dyan sa Senado, nagpasa kayo ng batas, etc. Tapos bibigyan nyo po kami 3.11% performance. Katanggap-tanggap po kaya yon?
Mr. President, this is... the record is as of November 15, 2022.
So hindi ko katanggap-tanggap. Salamat po sa inyong sagot. Tapos na ho yung taon eh, sir. Hindi ko alam kung may natutuwang senador na nakikinig sa atin ngayon, pero yung this year po, ano po yung available appropriation nyo? Kasi kanina binanggit ko, Mr. President, distinguished minority leader, out of the 5 billion, ng 50% Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund na nakalaan para dun sa machineries and equipment, out of that, may dagdag pa na 100 milyon para sa extension services na mapupunta rin sa PhilMec. So ano yung total ng budget ninyo na meron pong 3.11% disbursement rate at this time na matatapos na ho ang taon?
7.9 billion, Mr. President.
7.9 billion. So yun po yung totality, no? Tapos 3.11%.
Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you. Mga kapwa ko, Senador, nakakatuwa po ito. Lalo na pag ganitong oras nagtatrabaho pa po tayo. Sir, anong level na po ba yung mechanization sa bansa?
Ang level po ng mechanization natin ay 2.67% or nearly 2.7 horsepower per hectare po.
Pagkatapos po ng 6th year of implementation ng batas as indicated in Section 13 of the law, 2.67%.
The level was as of last year.
As of last year. So currently, nasaan na po tayo?
We are
Ano yung target level na mechanization level ng bansa sa pagdating po sa rice?
Mr. President, if I may say that the 30 billion, because we have 5 billion a year times 6 years, we have 30 billion. And for the 2.7 million hectares of our rice, we are only calculating to mechanize 14% of the 2.7 million hectares.
Mr. President, noong pong 2020, ang saad po ng Department of Agriculture, kailangan natin ng mechanization level na 4 horsepower per hectare para makapagsabayan po tayo sa mga bansa sa Asia. Correct me if I'm wrong, Madam Sponsor. 2020 target pa po ito. Shouldn't we be settling higher goals by now, Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. President.
So bakit hindi tayo makapag-set ng higher goals?
Because the level of mechanization depends on the number of the machineries we are
And
distributing.
the performance of the agency, which is 3.11% at this time. Am I correct or am I right?
As of November 15th, 3.11%, Mr. President.
So it's the performance of PhilMec. How does PhilMec prioritize its mechanization program for each region?
We have criteria to reckon with, Mr.
For
President.
example, Region 3 of Senator Angara in this representation. Sa Region 3, which is the largest production of palay in the country, has a mechanization level of 2.62 horsepower per hectare, which is below the national average. Kasi ang national average is 2.67 horsepower per hectare. Is that correct? Now, in contrast, you look at Region 2 of Senator Nancy Binay, the second largest palay producer has a mechanization level of 3.51. Is that correct?
Yes,
So
Mr.
bakit
President.
ganon? Anong nangyayari po? Ano bang criteria nyo po and strategy for each region? Na mababa na nga po yung target, hindi pa rin ma-reach.
Universal naman po, Mr. President, yung ating criteria. The farmer cooperative should have at least 50 hectares.
Yung for all crops, mechanization level is 1.23. Bakit po ganon? Because these figures indicate that primary production is still greatly dependent on manual labor. Is that a correct statement?
Yes, Mr. President.
Well, Mr. President, may I also just put on record, Mr. President, that a lot of our kababayans in Bulacan are having second thoughts of the law that we passed here in this Congress because the implementors are actually not doing their job. Let me just put that on record, Mr. President. I will end my interpellation to the director of PhilMec and just state for the record my utmost disappointment, Mr. President. Mr. President, Senator Alan Cayetano is seeking the floor. I move that he be recognized, Mr. President.
Senator Alan
Mr.
Cayetano is
President,
recognized.
I know everyone's tired, but just one question, no follow-up question. Yeah. Promise to my dear friend and future mayor. Sir, sa lahat ng tinanong ni Senator Villanueva, ano target nyo next year at paano mo magagawa yon? So kung napakababa ng 3.1%, kaya nyo ba next year ng 6.2% or ng 8% or 4%? Kasi this is a budget deliberation, di ba?
Yes,
So
Mr. President.
every single agency wants money. So why give money to someone na hanggang dito lang ang kanilang kaya? So very honestly, if we give you the resources, ano kaya nyo next year? And kahit maikli lang, paano nyo magagawa yon?
Thank you, Mr. President. Actually, this 2023, by end of this year, we can obligate 7.4 billion or around 94%. And starting this month, we already had our advanced procurement worth of 3.5 billion for the next year, Mr. President.
Thank you for that, but you didn't answer my question eh. So for next year, sinagot mo yung paano yung this year. So for next year, kung 3.1% this year, kung next year nakaupo ka rin dyan sometime this time, ano malamang i-report mo sa amin? Ilan percent ang nagawa nyo for next year? Anong target nyo? Target nyo ba mag 80%, mag 70%, mag 60%? Para lang klaro, no?
We target 100% obligation for next year, Mr. President.
Okay, and how can you do that compared to this year? Anong problema this year na next year hindi na mangyayari?
May mga carry over po kami ngayong year na ito, Mr. President. Pero by end of this year, we will have to complete that.
Para hindi humaba, sir, pwede bang isubmit nyo na lang written?
Opo, opo.
No, na this year, kasi ganito. Hindi mangyayari next year dahil ganon, di ba? Para maging example din naman, hindi lang sa agri, pero sa iba pong mga ahensya na kami naman po kung makakatulong na ma-deliver, di ba? Pero hindi naman po pwede kasing every year may dahilan. Because people don't understand process or yung hindi na-deliver, di ba? So, I mean, we can explain the whole night, pero it's either nagawa natin o hindi, di ba? I mean, many here are no strangers to the bureaucracy, to local government. Many here were cabinet members, were head of bureaus. Senator Win was mayor, Senator Revilla was governor. So, you get what I mean. No? Lahat kami dinaanan yan na, bakit 20% lang na-deliver mo? So, I'll stop there, but please submit that kasi whether it's you who's still there or iba na po position nyo, will hold your agency to that position. Na eto ang dahilan, bakit hindi, pero next year, eto dahilan, bakit magagawa namin to. Thank
We
you.
will comply, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to, again, put into the records, Mr. President, 45.16%. 45.16% yung disbursement of funds last year, ngayon 3.11%. Yung ipinagmamalaki po kanina ay obligation rate. Pag ako ay naging secretary ng TESDA, madali yung mag-obligate eh. Madali yung mag-obligate. In-obligate mo yung pondo, etc. But the main job of PhilMec is to ensure that you will be able to distribute the machines, the equipment. So meaning to say, dear colleagues, in the past year, ang na-distribute 3.11%. Kaya I'm just disgusted, Mr. President, coming from Central Luzon, as I mentioned earlier, largest production of palay in the country. So, Mr. President, I will just ask the resource person to just give us a data comparing the current mechanization level of each region and the volume of production, as well as the mechanization strategies for each region for next year. Para naman mabantayan ho natin, at pag nagreklamo ho sa atin, yung mga kababayan natin, ituturo ho natin at patatawag natin, hihingi ho ako ng tulong sa sponsor natin, sa chairperson ng Committee ng Agriculture, na ipatawag po natin, magkaroon tayong pagdinig dito, at kinakailangan mag-file ho ako ng kaso, gagawin ko po yan. Thank you, Mr. President. And with that, I move that we... spend ko muna. Dudus, wala na.
Lift na.
No, wala na eh. Wala na dito. No, wala na eh. No, but wala na eh. Should I lift the roof? Not anymore. Because we are... I will not lift, I will not move to lift the suspension of our rules, Mr. President, but instead, we will move to another agency, Mr. President, which is the Philippine Coconut Authority, led by its administrator, Bernie Cruz. May I also move that we recognize Senator Mark Villar to ask some questions, Mr. President. So move, Mr. President.
Yes, the objection, there being none, motion is approved. Senator Mark Villar is recognized.
Salamat po, Mr. President. This is the second time that your agency was called here to the Senate. I'd just like to ask, where were you the first time po? Hindi po kayo naka-attend sa first hearing ng Department of Agriculture?
Good morning, Mr. President. Apologies po na hindi ako naka-attend the last hearing, budget hearing, for medical reason. Medical leave po ako.
Medical reasons.
Opo.
Sige po. Magkano po ang budget ng Philippine Coconut Authority ng 2023?
Ang budget po namin, ang total is around 3.8 billion, pati yung mga continuing.
At ano po ang composition ng 3.8 billion?
Yung current appropriations po is 1.1, 66275. Yung continuing appropriations po is 615,114,231. Ang trust fund po is 1,250.
Ano po ang major components ng budget ng PC?
Ang major component po is yung planting, replanting, and hybridization.
Opo, at meron din po kayong medical po ba? Meron din kayong budget?
Mayroon po kaming medical galing sa CFIDP.
At ano po ang utilization at disbursement rate ng medical budget ng PCA?
Mayroon po kaming mga program na kausap namin ang PhilHealth at kausap namin yung mga ibang direct, no, na mga hospitals sa region, yung DOH. Ang problem po namin is pag may problema po pareho sa utilization dahil pina-flag down kami ng aming COA.
So, magkano po ang budget sa medical, para sa medical ng ating mga magsasaka?
500 million po.
At sa 500, magkano na po ang na-disperse ng PCA?
Mahigit po 10 million.
10?
10 million. Kasi po actually
That's 2%. Tama ba? 10 million. That's 2%.
katulad po ng nabanggit namin, Mr. President.
Mas malaki pa yung disbursement ng PhilMec, 3%. Kayo, 2%. 2%.
Sa medical po, katulad po ng nabanggit namin, Mr. President, may problema po ang implementation namin ng medical dahil magkaiba po yung nasa batas at saka yung nasa plan na na-approve ng Presidente dati.
Kailangan siguro gumawa kayo ng paraan. Kasi dahil kawawa naman po ang mga farmers natin kung 2% lang, yun yung pang medical nila. And malamang ang dami rin mga magsasaka na nagkakasakit at nangangailangan ng tulong. At I think, Mr. President, 2% of disbursement is an unacceptable number. Especially knowing that many of these farmers need this medical help. So ano pong plano nyo, sir, para Patapos na rin po yung year, so maglalapse na yung pondo.
Actually po, Mr. President, naka-ready po kami pareho kung i-disburse namin sa PhilHealth. Pero ang advice po ng ating mahal na oversight ay wag na sa PhilHealth, direct na sa mga sa hospitals kung saan yung mga regional hospitals na pwedeng puntahan ng ating mga coconut farmers. Ang problem po is with consultation, yung sa COA, nagkaroon po ng meeting at plinag-down nila. So hindi po talaga namin magalaw kahit na gustong-gusto namin. Actually, pwede namin magalaw 100%. Pero yun po ang naging problema namin, Mr. President.
I see. Well, I suggest that you coordinate with the COA. Ganun din naman kami, no? Ako po yung secretary. Minsan may mga issues. Pero ito yung mga issues kaya naman ayusin. At I just think that it's nakaka-shock naman na 2% lang ang nagamit natin. Kawawa talaga yung
Proceed, Senator Villar.
yes.
I
Yes, Senator Villar is recognized.
just want to inform the public that I wrote the law. There was no intent to give it to PhilHealth. It was meant to be given to the small coconut farmers as medical assistants in addition to their PhilHealth. Kasi lahat tayo member ng PhilHealth, di ba? May entitlement tayo sa PhilHealth. Pero yung bibigay natin sa coconut farmers, it was not meant to be given to PhilHealth. Yung PhilHealth nga, very controversial na yan kasi hindi maganda implementation nila. Bibigay pa natin yung pera natin doon. Ayusin nyo yan.
Opo, ma'am. Mr. President, kaya po nag-adhere kami sa advice ng mahal na senadora. Kaya po hindi namin ma-disburse. Pero sa plan po kasi talagang nakalagay, in-approve na plan, which is parang siya ang tumatayong IRR, nakalagay po sa plan na sa PhilHealth ilagay. Opo.
Well, nakakalungkot lang po, but gusto ko rin makita yung action plan ng PCA para ma-disperse yung funds. Para sa akin, hindi po katanggap-tanggap na meron tayong pondo para sa kalusugan ng ating mga magsasaka at hindi natin na-disperse, hindi natin ginagamit. Ito, mga mahihirap din yung mga magsasaka natin, kailangan na nila yung medical benefits, yung mga medical assistance. Dito ang dami humihingi madali naman i-disperse yung medical kasi sa dami ng humihingi. Kaya sana I'd like to see Mr. President the action plan for the PCA for dispersing this medical assistance. And I was also concerned dahil in terms of production, may nabasa po ako na yung bumababa po yung export ng this year, bumababa po yung export ng ating ng coconut products. I'd like to know kung bakit po nagde-decline yung exports natin for the first 4 months of 2023 as compared to the year before.
Opo, Mr. President, bumababa po talaga yung nagde-decline pati yung ating productivity. Kaya po may mga plano kami na pataasin yung ating yung mass planting and replanting at yung fertilization po. Yun ang primary namin na ginagawa.
Opo, madaling sabihin po yun na itong pero kailangan ano pong disbursement ng mga seeds? Baka 2% din po ba yung disbursement ng sa ating mga seeds?
Sa ngayon po ang aming obligation rate is 53 as of this date at 29% yung aming disbursement.
Ano pong disbursement?
29.73 po.
Dapat medyo itaas natin ang ating mga standards dahil yung 29% mababa pa rin, sobrang baba pa rin. At yung 2%, talagang hindi ko alam kung paano i-describe yung 2%. Hindi lang mababa, talagang ano talaga. I don't know. I don't have words to describe yung 2%. Pero sir, sana po magbigay po kayo ng action plan sa Senado dahil nakakalungkot na ganun lang yung disbursement natin sa ating mga farmers. Our farmers deserve better than 2% for their medical benefits and 29% for their seeds. We need to improve the performance and I hope we can submit the action plan to the Senate at the soonest possible time. So kailan po isasubmit yung action plan, sir? Mr.
Magsasubmit po kami ng action plan before the end of this month, Mr. President.
Sana by 2 more weeks. So in 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks.
We assure you, Mr. President.
Sige po, I will, Mr. President, I will eagerly await this action plan, and I hope that we can, and I really hope for the sake of our farmers, sana mag-improve ang performance natin sa PCA. Maraming salamat po.
As a minority floor leader used to say, use your coconut.
Mr. President, before I move to lift the suspension of our rules, let me just state for the record, Mr. President, what the President of the Republic of the Philippines has been saying all along, that agriculture is a priority, Mr. President.
Yes.
Agriculture sector is a priority of this administration. When we heard that the disbursement performance of PhilMec is 3.11%, Mr. President. And PCC on health, 2%, Mr. President. PCA, Mr. President, 2%. Mr. President, baka hindi ho priority. Paano pa kung hindi priority? Yung 2%, 1% na lang. Yung 3%, baka 1.5% na lang. I hope we do something about this, Mr. President. We will look into their performance next year, Mr. President, and I will be the first one to give them a 1 peso budget next year if they continue to have this kind of performance, Mr. President. With that, Mr. President, I move. Mr. President, Senator Coco Pimentel, our minority leaders seeking the floor, Mr.
Yes,
President.
minority leader.
Promise, Mr. President, while I was using my kokote, bigla ko lang naisip po, Mr. President. Hindi tinatawag ang attention ninyo ng budget ng DBM na masyado kayong behind your spending plan? Wala. No action from the DBM calling your attention. Kasi ganito po sir, ang aking sa mga budget hearing kung minsan tinatanong, sa June 30, gitna ng taon, 35%, 40% ang kanilang budget utilization, mga ganyan. So, ang sagot ng DBM, don't worry, we will ask them for a catch-up plan. Yun yung 40%, magiging 60% sa second half of the year, mga ganun. Pero ito, November 3%, andin sasabihin natin, we will have a catch-up plan, 97% in 1 month. Yung isa 2%, 98% in 1 month. I mean, so, siguro it's time also to challenge the DBM to have some better monitoring of the usage of the budget, Mr. President. Kasi I do not know kung applicable yung tanong doon na ganun, but we have a catch-up plan. Pero ito nga, so ang sagot sa atin there will be a big surprise by December doon sa 3.11%. Something big will happen in December. So disproportionate po masyado. I mean, it's either it's too good to be true, or number 2, you will be wasting a lot of money. Patapon na po yung gastos natin kung ganun po ang ating approach, Mr. President. So just a reminder na, parang paggastos yata ng budget ng gobyerno, may mga proportions yan, ratio and proportions given the time of the year, Mr. President.
No, and
So-
I totally agree with you, my distinguished minority floor leader. Alam mo, yung pondo na yan ay para sa ating mga magsasaka. Is it the director, the head of the PCA ba? Director bang tawag sa'yo, sir? Or chairman? Or chairperson? Or
Administrator po.
administrator, that's right. Alam niyo po, ang pinakamahihirap na mga magsasaka ay ang mga coconut farmers. Sila ang pinakamahihirap. Naalala ko yung sinabi ni Senator Bato de la Rosa noong isang araw. Ang sabi niya na dapat may malasakit, na dapat may pagmamahal ang ating government employees sa ating mga kababayan na nangangailangan. It's as simple as that. We don't have to warn you, we don't have to tell you, we don't have to get angry at you every year. Dapat kusang loob na po, with due respect po, kusang loob na ng lahat ng government agencies, ng lahat ng government officials, ang pagmamahal natin sa ating mga kababayan. Kung ako po yung head ng agency at hindi ko ginagastos yung pondo na para sa mga kababayan natin na mahihirap, lalo na sa mga magsasaka ng coconuts and copra, kawawa naman po sila. Dahil yung pondo na yun, mawawala po sa kamay mo, pupunta po ulit yan sa National Treasury, and we lost the opportunity that year na matutulungan niyo yung mga coconut farmers. There'll be no one to blame but yourselves in the authority. Kaya, dapat may pagmamahal sa puso ninyo. With due respect, sir. Kami, we work very hard. Yung pondo namin lahat, whatever entitlement that we are what you call institutional amendments. Meron kami na yun for the Coast Guard, barko, meron kami for the Armed Forces, meron po kami para sa mga farmers, meron po tayo para sa iba't ibang mga advocacies. Dahil sa pagmamahal po namin yan, hindi po racket yan, hindi po kami naghahanap na magkaroon ng income. Gusto lang natin tulungan ang ating mga kababayan. In your case with the DA, and alam mo naman ako, administrator, I'm also an agribusiness guy, LB boy. Ako, by education, by profession, I'm into agriculture. Kaya, hindi ko maintindihan such a rich country like ours na bibigyan naman ng pondo para sa tamang programa. Nandyan po kayo, may experts kayo sa agrikultura. Hindi ko talaga maintindihan bakit hindi natin magagawa itong mga programang ito na nagiging successful at lalong nagiging mas mahirap ang ating mga magsasaka. I can't understand. It really boggles the mind. Why? Because it boils down na sa tingin ko, kulang ang puso natin para sa ating mga kababayan when it comes to government service. The loan clerk that refuses to talk to yung nakapila po dyan dahil hindi niya type at hindi niya aksyonan yung mga request ng mama na nakapila dyan ng buong araw, all the way to the passport section of the DFA na who refuses to handle your papers because bad mood lang siya, to the agriculturist in the DA who refuses to release the budget to the beneficiaries that's supposed to be for them. It's not your money, it's not our money, it's their money. Pera po nila yan for their program. Give it to them. Dapat yan, i-release ka agad para maramdaman po nila ang tulong ng gobyerno sa kanila. Yun lamang po. I'm just frustrated because we're ending the night. This is the last few budgets. Pasensya na lang po. But I've been listening to the same budget problem. The underutilization of their funds. For me, that's a failure of governance if you do not use that fund for the proper programs. Kawawa ang taong bayan. Administrator, please lang po. I hope that starting tomorrow, you look at it differently and say na labas na natin to para sa ating mga magsasaka. Tulungan na natin sila. I hope we can get the commitment from you, Administrator.
You do, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir.
Mr.
Thank you,
President.
sir. Senator Cayetano. sir.
First of all, may I agree with you. Hindi ko na ulitin, but agree. Pero alam mo, lahat ng tao may talent eh. So kung ang talent yung mag-ipon ng pondo, dapat lumipat kayo sa land bank. Hindi, kasi kaya ka na sa agency eh. Alam mo, ngayon ko lang aaminin to, last year, I disagreed with Senator Cynthia Villar nung sinabi niya, alam mo, hindi lang yung laki ng pondo, paano i-utilize. Kasi I've been with many agencies and working in DFA, we worked with all departments. Usually, pag binigyan ka ng mas malaking pondo, tumataas din yung ano mo eh, yung efficiency mo. Tapos minsan, halimbawa, kulang yung pondo mo, so hindi mo ma-complete, kaya nawawala ng gana. But hearing the percentage today, kung ang passing sa high school is 75, ang grade nyo lahat 29%, 3%, etc. Di ba? Baka nga you're in the wrong agency. But can I clarify one thing lang, sir? Tama ba rinig ko kanina, sabi mo, sir, kaya namin hindi nabigay yung medical, iba kasi yung batas, iba yung plano ng presidente. Tama ba yung pagkarinig ko?
May batas po, tapos mayroong plan na nagsiserve as IRR.
So tama yung rinig ko.
Magkaiba po ang
So
nakalagay.
tama yung rinig ko po na sabi niyo kanina. Kasi nagulat ako dahil presidente yun, secretary mo, nasisi pa siya ngayon. So, hindi, yun po ang sinabi niyo eh.
Mr. President, ang
No,
clarification
let
po,
me clarify muna. Let me clarify. That's what you said eh. That's what you said.
napasa po
No,
yung...
that's what you said.
Opo,
You
pero
said that meron plano ang presidente iba sa batas.
napasa po yung plano na CFIDP previous administration po.
O kaya nga, bakit presidente?
Para president po ang nag-approve.
So ang may kasalanan si President Duterte.
In-approve po yung plan prior administration po.
Okay. So anong date po ngayon?
2023 na po.
2023, November. O gaano katagal na po ang Marcos administration?
Mahigit na po 1 taon.
O may isang
President.
taon. Kailan mo bringing up sa kanila na, sir, mukhang mali yung IRR, mali yung batas?
Kaya po,
Hindi, sir, sagutin niyo tanong ko, huwag tayong paikot-ikot. Hilo na nga ako, paikutin mo pa ako, di lalo ako nahilo. Di ba? Ang tanong ko simple, Mr. President, kailan mo bringing up sa administration na to na may problema kayo dahil iba ang IRR o plano sa batas? Kailan?
1 month after po ako ma-appoint, last year, November 11, 1 month before, after ako ma-appoint, nag-assume ako ng November 14. Ang sinasabi ko po is kailangang reviewin.
Reviewin o bigyan mo ng bago?
I-review po yung kasi
No,
marami po
sir, you're the head. Ang mga senador ang nagsasabing dapat i-review. Congressman dapat i-review. Ang media dapat review. Kung ikaw yung head, so kung Senate President ay presidente, ako, head ng agency, dadaling ko sa kanya, sir, eto batas, eto ay IRR, mali. Eto alternative, sir, mamili ka. Kasi you're sworn to execute the law. So kung gusto mo mag-congressman, senador, tumakbo ka. Kasi yun ang ano ng congressman at senador, sir, mali ata yan, paki-review, pakibigyan kami. Pag ikaw ay head ng agency, magbibigay ka ng plano. So 1 month after ka umupo, sinabi mo na paki-review dahil mali. Kailan ka nagbigay ng alternatives?
Mr. President, nagpadala po kami ng mga feelers sa
Sir,
Malacanang.
anong feelers? Ilang tanong ko nagpadala ba kayo ng alternative o hindi?
Nagpadala po kami, nagpapadala po kami at actually mayroon pong utos sa amin ang presidente ngayon na mag-submit na ng total plan, no?
O kaya
Para po yung buong parang long term.
So
plan.
sir, hindi ka nababagalan na after 1 month after kang i-appoint at 1.5 year na ang presidente, saka ka palang gagawa ng plano. Hindi ba dapat pagka sinubmit mo at may alternatives ka, mamimili na presidente? Ngayon, kung wala kang alternative at sinabi gawin ng plano, bakit wala ka pang plano? So hinihintay mo pa. Ang presidente, ilan po ang iniisip niya? Nakita mo ba sa APEC kung ilan ang inattendan niya? Medyo iba sa ibang presidente, ang daming inattendan and everything. So iisipin pa niya trabaho mo o ikaw mag-iisip nung trabaho mo? Kasi Mr. President, hindi ako nagsalita sa Agri. But sa isang press con, sinabi ko na ang presidente ay Secretary of Agriculture. Step up naman kayo. Kayo naman ang magtrabaho para sa kanya. Baliktad Parang siya PSG, kayo presidente. You want him to take a bullet for you Kung hindi ko clarify, kukunin ng media yan, yung ang statement mo kanina Iba kasi ang batas, iba ang plano ng presidente. So kung hindi ko clarify, yun ang kinuha ng media, sinisi mo pa presidente. So klaro ba yun o hindi? So kailan mo isasubmit yung plano, sir?
Nakasubmit na po, Mr. President.
When did you submit it?
Bali, after nung meeting po namin, binigyan ako ng a month. Tapos na-submit namin first week of November.
Okay. So do you see my point? That at the time na eto IRR, eto batas. So I commend you kung nakita mo mali yung IRR. Ba't hindi ka mag-submit ng tama kaagad? So isang tanong, isang sagot tayo. 'Di ba? But Mr. President, so that, may DICT pa, may CHR.
November is submitted this year or last year?
So, seryoso akong nahihilo ko. So, pwede bang pasubmit na natin sa kanya timeline? Because,
Just confused, Mr. President, together with the minority leader. When he submitted, he said November. But when November, this year or last year?
First week of November this year po, yung plano. Yung
This-
total, yung...
this year.
This year lang?
So, it took nga 1 year.
Wow.
Oo. So don't worry, may 5 years pa naman eh. So,
Kasalanan nga siguro ng presidente yan, Brad.
no, so my point, Mr. President, is wala namang pumipilit sa atin pumunta sa gobyerno eh. Choice natin pumunta sa gobyerno. Kung ito ay private, tama ba, Madam Chair, no? Tangunan. Di ba kung private to, pinire mo na eh. Kaya kasi malulugi ang negosyo kapag kayong department heads mo o head of agencies, ganon. 'Di ba? Yung nga, tumahimik ako sa buong agriculture, pinapanood ko kayo, etc. Pero naawa na ako sa presidente. You know naman, hindi ako close sa presidente. Pero naawa naman ako eh. Lahat na lang ng bintang sa agri. Hindi ba kayo naawa na in the first year, ang presidente sinabi, agriculture ang focus. Tapos lahat ng issue, sibuyas, presyo ng bigas, agricultural smuggling, sugar, panay na lang agri, onions, di ba? So on one hand, maaring hindi nyo kasalanan yan individually. Pero pati ba ang coconut mechanization magiging problema pa ng presidente? Di ba? Hindi ba pwedeng mag-step up tayo ng kusa? So Mr. President, what I'd like them to submit, yung 2 agencies na to as a sample sa agriculture, mag-submit sila ng timeline para makita natin and sila mismo makita nila. Then next year, sana hindi na to maulit muli. Alam nyo po, nagpalakpakan ang mga coconut farmers nung yung 100 billion ay nabigay eh. And I know for a fact si Senator Villar, hindi rin natulog yan kasi ma'am, di ba, na-veto pa ata yung una eh. Di ba? So, pabalik-balik tayo doon. And you know, 100 billion might seem so big now and in what is given, but I've been in government long enough na parang ang laki ng 10 million. 10 years later, baliwala yun. No? Ang laki ng 100 million. 10 years later, if you're talking about 100,000 farmers, baliwala yun. Huwag natin pong sayangin yung 100 billion kasi kung ganun din lang, ilagay na natin sa lupa. Kasi kikita ng malaki o paghati-hatian. Hindi pumayag si President Duterte na paghati-hatian na lang ng mga farmers. Yung ibang senador, hindi rin. Pero kung ang sasabihin natin, 29%, 2%, medical lang, hindi natin maibigay. Alam mo sa bansang ito, 4 to 6 people do not see a doctor out of 10. 4 to 6 people do not see a doctor. Namamatay that they don't see a doctor. And you know, if you look at the 4 Ps, yung coconut farmers are always there are the poorest of the poor. Except that some of them kasi sumasideline na. Coconut farmers, tapos ano din sila, what we call this tricycle driver, jeepney driver, di ba? So, kung sa poorest of the poor, hindi natin maayos to. And kung priority na to, priority na nga, presidente na nga ang ganyan ang attitude natin. You know, I feel as disgusted as my colleagues here na bakit ganon. So, hindi kita kilala, sir, familiar ka sa akin, pero I have nothing against you, no? Pati sa mechanization. Pero, sumapol kasi, pati sa statistics, no? I hope there are some statistics na hindi na share ngayon na meron namang magandang performance. But give us that timeline and then I hope yung buong Department of Agriculture, may bago naman kay Secretary, naka full-time yon, nakatutok yon, di ba? But, you know, akala ko retired na ako pagsasabi ng pagka kailangan meron ding nagre-resign, meron ding fina-fire, etc. No? But, I know, I'll just put everyone on notice, Mr. President, that following what you said, next year, sa committee level pala, I think, baka hindi pa umabot sa mga hearing na lang ni Senator Villar. Pag hindi, di ba, pag ganyan din ang report natin, wag na natin ituloy kasi nga, how do I put it? Ang mga parliamentarians nandito, kung nanonood yung mga taga-Thailand na sila nag-aral dito sa IRI, kung nanonood yung mga taga-Vietnam na may gera sila nung kami ay pinanganak or lumalaki, ngayon, iwan na tayo, tapos napakinggan kayong dalawa, matatawa sila sa atin eh. Diba? So I'll end there, Mr. President, and just want to express nga the collective disgust in all of this. No?
Thank you, Senator.
Mr. President, President, I now move to lift the suspension of our rules. So move, Mr. President.
There being no objection to the motion, motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. President. No member wishes to ask and interpolate. I now move that we close the period of interpolations and debate and consider the budget of Philippine Center for Post-Harvest Development and Mechanization, PhilMec, and the Philippine Coconut Authority to be deemed submitted for the body's consideration.
There
So
being
moved,
no
Mr. President.
objection, the motion of the majority floor leader, the budgets of PhilMec and Philippine Coconut Authority, PCA, is deemed submitted.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I ask for a minute suspension to
Session
allow
suspended
our
for 1 minute.
friends from DTI.
Nagngangaw-ngaw kayo dyan at masyado kayong maigpit sa budget po ng mga ahensya. Tapos sa inyo, maluwag. Baka naman, pwede nyong ilabas po yung mga nag-iingay ngayon kung saan ay yung audit daw sa COA. Nako, yung sa congressman, sa senador, sana may pagganon no? Ilabas po nila kung saan nila nagamit po yung pondo nila ng mga senador para patas po ang lahat. Kasi mahigpit kayo dyan sa budget hearing Higpitan nyo rin yung para sa sarili nyo. Diba? Hanggang dito na lang. Thank you. Bye-bye.